everybody, it's Pam from Nana's Crafting Cottage. I just about forgot where I was from. How is everyone? Things are going okay here. We've been in the 50s, sunshine, but I think either today or tomorrow is the last day of that yumminess, so it goes back down into the 40s and 30s, which is fine. Okay, today we are going to start working in our Grungy paper bag journal, but before we do that, I wanted to share what I got from Dollar Tree. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, I was looking around, just taking my time in the aisles, and something caught my eye that was hanging up on one of their strand things on the shelves there. Coin envelopes. I've never seen them have coin envelopes, and especially about 2¼ by 3½, or 5.7 centimeters by 8.9 centimeters. Sorry. Yeah. So it was in the mailing area, which was across from the craft area. And yeah, these little coin envelopes. I don't know if you can see them. Let me take that out. But there's 30 of them in a packet. Of course, I had to have 4 packets, so I got 3 more laying around. I wasn't going to show you all 4 of them. But yeah, here we go. Isn't that just the cutest? So I always have trouble trying to make smaller coin pockets, and I thought, well, this will relieve me of that. Yay. So very excited about that find. And then she said, I found these. I've never seen just leaves like this, and you can color them whatever, but I had to have them. So, and I only found 1 package. So obviously they are very popular. It was just laying there and I snatched it up. Okay, and then the last thing, but not least, I found these frames. Oh my goodness, 4 in a package. So I had to get all 3 types. I looked and looked until I found all 3. I found 3 different types. Then I kept looking more and I thought, well, I think I've got them. I got 2 packages of each. And one of them we are going to play with today. One type. I haven't quite decided what yet. I think maybe no. This one. We'll play with this one today. We're going to cover it and get it ready for the paper bag journal. Aren't those cool? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 4 in a package. So there you are. There is my Dollar Tree find the other day. And I just had to share it. But I need to leave the one out that I am going to play with. Okay. So let me get one of these out. And I'm going to cover it with this tissue paper. I thought that was very fitting for the Grungy journal that we're going to be working in. So yeah, okay. So that will be for that. And we'll do that in a little bit. Hopefully we'll have time. Okay, here is our Grungy paper bag journal. I have 2 signatures stitched in here. You can see the stitching here and here. So it came out really, really good. I was very happy with it. Took my time and just did it methodically and carefully. So here's one signature, and both signatures have the same type papers in it. Here's where that flap was, and I put paper on it. I just went over it like that. So that's another page for us. Today we're going to play with this that has the original letter in it. Yes! It's from 1908, and this gentleman wrote this letter. It is just the sweetest thing. So anyway, it's going to go here in this page. And then here is the other center flap here that we're going to be decorating. Here is the other signature, same papers here. And this flap. And then I did pull out and get ready 2 pieces of file folder for large journal cards. I'm not going to make them into tags. I'm going to make them into journal cards. So that one's there, and this one is here. I'm so thrilled with it. And I'm so excited about this letter. It's just the sweetest thing. Okay, let's get started. All right, so what I'm going to do is put a slit in this letter, and what I am banking on is for it to just slip in and nestle down right in there, and then I'll glue it in. So first thing I'm going to do is take this letter out. It's just this, and it's on this shiny kind of paper. I don't know what kind of, it's real slick on both sides. So cool. I'm afraid I'm going to have to read it to you. It's not that long, but it's just so sweet. This is from, let's see, Hank. This isn't the Hank one. A.J. Allen. So A.J. He just signs it A.J. In Clinton, Michigan, June 13th, 1908. Can you imagine the time back then and him sitting down and writing this letter to his brother? Dear B has, I don't know what that means. Commencement is over and all is well. I had a hot time with all of those girls. I had to sit in the middle with 4 girls on each side. I made one mistake in my speech, but that did not amount to much. Alumni was not very bad, although I did not get home until about 1 o'clock. Oh, he was a party animal. The class is going to the lake Wednesday, just for the fun there is in it. All are well, and I hope you are. We are looking for you home soon. I think, pardon me, I think I will go to town tonight. Pa has got a check to put in this letter. I don't think you care much. It is getting dark and I can't see very well, so we'll stop. Your brother, AJ. And it says, P.S. I want to thank you for that, Jen, whoever that is. Probably that gentleman's wife. Anyway, I just had to read that. I read it this morning and I was like, how sweet. How sweet. Okay, so let's get to business here. All right. I'm going to split this and I'm going to lay it down and go very carefully down the opening here. Let me move this so you can see me better. There we go. Okay. Slowly, methodically. It doesn't matter if it does a little oopsie there because, well, it's kind of torn there too. So I thought I would just do this, make sure things are glued in, which amazingly enough, it is glued quite well. After all these years, I'm pleasantly surprised. And I found this in my stash and found, now I don't want to glue anything but possibly these flaps here, not until I get it in there, but I just don't want anything to hinder that letter. If I can not get glue all over me instead of on the paper. Okay. Yesterday I had a bake-a-thon here at home. I call it that. My husband gets a kick out of it. Anyway, it was baking day yesterday, so yesterday I baked a box cake and frosted it, and then I made a homemade banana bread. Oh, it came out so good. And I've started using just coconut sugar uh, for it. Now let's see, what do I want to do here? I think I'm going to glue this flap to this top piece, and that way it'll have more room for this letter to go in and won't get hindered. Okay. So yeah, it tastes so good. Anyway, I start using coconut sugar because it's a lot better for you. And my husband appreciates that with his, heart issues and stuff. He doesn't need to be eating all the other stuff. And I make healthy stuff. I do. As a general rule. That's why we just don't eat out much. Once in a great while, we'll go to our Washington Square Mall, which is about 20 minutes or more south of us, for an outing. And, okay, so this side I'm just going to glue on the edge here because it's already glued to this flap. Let's see if I can get this around here so you can see. Anyway, we'll go there now and again, and there's one place that we like to eat that it's a lot healthier than most of them in the food court. So we go there for our outing, and we did that last week. Yeah, last week. All right, so here's my opening, and there we go. And I just tuck it in there for safekeeping. I don't want to put anything on it, like a tab or anything like that. I just know that it's in there. Yep, I just do. Oh, I shouldn't have put it in so soon. I shouldn't have put it in. Okay. Well, it'll dry better now. Put this away so I don't harm myself. Okay, that's fine. Doot. All right, now what I wanted to do was I wanted to collage on here, so I got a whole bunch of stuff out here. Whole bunch of stuff. A little bit of everything. I was going through one of my scrap containers, and I found all kinds of goodies in there. So yeah, here's a tea bag. I used one, but I let it dry, and then I took the tea out of it when it was all dry. So I have that. I have this from 49 and Market, I believe. This photo I found in my stash. I don't know why it was in there, but I'm going to use that. Some of these scraps, tea paper here. I'm going to take the string off when I go to use it. Can't talk straight. Okay, and then dictionary. Yeah, I think. Oh, this is from a recipe book. And then I found this. I think it's part of a digital that I kept because of the big words there. And then some music paper and this really old, I gotta move these inks over here before I get in trouble. This really old receipt, 1924, 25 cents. Josephine Klinger paid 25 cents to the Girls Athletic Association. Bless her heart. Treasure of Sarah Patterson. Wow, which is probably, isn't that neat? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to use that. And then I found this old postcard in here too. It was written on from somebody sending it to New York. Mrs. I can't read it. It's too faint. Per birth or something. Anyway, yeah, isn't that neat? So I thought we could, use that, maybe like that. And then an old, I've used, part of it here, but it's coffee dyed crossword page. So I got that. And then I found this in this old envelope. My goodness. In Wichita, Kansas. Talking about the Pony Express. Gonna rerun in 1960. So this isn't super duper old, but I liked this part. I didn't want just a story. I wanted some big stuff on there. And I'm going to save this for another project. So, anyway, that's what I thought we would do today. So how is everybody? I'm excited to get this journal going. I am. As you can probably tell, I don't know if this card's going to fit here. It's kind of looking like it's not. And I don't want to completely cut. Oh, I could probably put it on one of the journal cards. Or one of the journal cards. Never mind. Oh golly, I don't want to tear this up. Isn't that awful? That's probably why it was in my stash still. So yeah, let's see. I'll put this here. I can always make it like, I can make it like that. Yes. Okay. I like that. I like that. Okay. And then this, I can go ahead and tear right there. I can go there. And let's see. I like that there. That can be there. Where's the picture? Where's the picture? Where's the picture? Picture. Gotta have the picture. Well, let's see. I think I've got too many things for it, don't I? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and, well, then I'm covering up what I like. Aren't I? Yes, I am. Okay, I got to rethink this. That's why I like to lay things out. I just grab stuff. Usually I try and get things figured out ahead of time to save time, but I thought I would bless you guys with me working on it as you watch. I don't do that very often, do I? No, I don't. And these are old pieces of old journal pages that have been, kind of, I don't know if they were coffee dyed. They probably were. I probably did it. But they're old journal pages, so I like the writing on there, even though you can't read it very well. There. And I have a bunch of other stuff that I used part of in my tag journal, so I can get that out as well. I'll do something like that. And since this letter is going to a brother, it could be a family picnic here. And it could be this gentleman or this gentleman that's writing to a brother. It's probably this gentleman here. So we'll just think that they're at a family picnic. How's that? And I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this for another project. I'm not going to force it. Okay. Let's tear that. Okay, so I'm going to get this glued down first. Now, a lot of people use the glue stick for these kinds of things. I will be using the glue stick on that frame, but that is with tissue paper, and I have no problem with that because the tissue paper is so light, and napkin and whatever else, that it's not going to come off. It kind of becomes one with the paper that it's on. So that's why I don't worry about those items, but when it comes to something like this, I want it glued down to stay. And because everything is so vintage, I didn't want to ink everything up also. Okay, now I want to get, let's see, is there another piece that's wider? I kind of want it to meet over here. Ooh. Go here. This kind of adds character to it. Let me just take a little bit off here. Oh, it smells good too. Coffee dye. Yummy. Okay. That over and then up. I'm going to go ahead and ink this edge though. I want to define the edge. Yep. Define the edge. So what is everybody working on? Is everybody out of the snow and ice and stuff, or are you still getting clobbered? Oh, my goodness. We haven't had anything. I mean, we've had some freezing temps. We did again this morning. But as far as, ice coming through like we have usually, or a little bit of snow, we haven't had anything like that. Nothing. Just crazy. And I know several other states that normally get clobbered have not. Like Montana is one of them. So yeah, it's just absolutely nuts. And Florida's been having bouts of really, really cold weather too. And yeah, it's just a wild year. I hate to think what's coming up in the summer. Hopefully it's not another 115 degree summer like we had some years back. That was bad. That was bad. That was like in 2021, because my girls were just littles, and so yeah. No, I like that rugged edge there, and I'm going to do this up here instead of this piece. So I'll say that for another time. I like this. The definition of it, I like. There. Yeah, we're doing good. Plugging along, as my husband says. We're plugging along. Oh, just had an idea. Okay, remember these guys? I did it on another project. Yes, I did. And I'm going to do it on this one. Wouldn't that be fun to have this in there? I wonder if that's going to work all right, though, on a slant. Let's see if that will work there. I don't think there'll be enough room unless I cock it just a little bit. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll get these on first. We'll get those on first. And then I will get it put in. That way I can tell whereabouts I need to be. Because we have the decal edge on here, I have to position it just right. Just so. And to make it fit and be straight. All right, the last one here. Because I like these. I know it's petty and it's weird, but I like this and this on the back. So I don't want to cover it up. Stupid, I know. Okay, let me add a little bit of glue to these because you never know how long they're going to last. And I don't want to glue the photo down because it has all these little marks and numbers and stuff. I know I'm strange. Yeah, never promised I wasn't. Okay, I'm going to come right about here and looking at both this corner and this corner. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. There we go. Nice. So cool. So cool. Oh, I'm not quite done yet. No, I'm not quite done yet. I want to get another little bit of stuff on there. Come on, babies. Come on, babies. There we go. Oish. All right. Let's see. Do I have anything here that I really want to put there? I don't think so. Let's see. Why not a piece of this? Very brittle music page. I have to be very careful when I ink it too, because it's very, very brittle. And anytime I use it, I can't use it as a page. Like some music is newer and you can do that. I can't do that with most of the stuff that I have as far as music page. Can't do that, and I don't want to do that. I want to do it under the photo. I don't want to glue it down after I went through the trouble, right? Duh. Okay. Away we go, and I don't want it upside down either. No, that would not benefit anybody. Anyway, the banana bread I made yesterday, we had to sample it today. Even though we had breakfast, we had to sample it. Yeah, it was good. It's nummy. Very nummy. Okay, and then this. I think I'm just going to put it right down there. What you think of that? Okay. Now, I'm going to do a project for Paperomia that I will share when I'm done. Because I wanted to do this on video with you, I am going to do that on my own. There, I said it. So, but I will share when I'm done. It's going to be different. Let's put it that way. I'm not going to tell. Paperomia knows what I'm going to do. Probably don't really understand what I'm going to do, but they know what I'm going to do. And they're very excited to find out what it is and see it. They're such sweet girls. I love them to death. Okay. I have found these little butterflies that I put in this little thingy here because I can't remember which shop I got them from, but I wanted them separate from all my other ones, so they were in my stash. But they're so little. Isn't that cute? They're so adorable. Little. It's a bigger one here. And I just printed them out on copy paper, just regular copy paper. Because that's just what I did. I don't know why, I just did. I think maybe I goofed and decided, well, I'm just going to go ahead and cut these out and use them anyway, because I usually just glue them down. So why not? Right? Right. Ooh. I also wanted this. I really don't want to glue the photo down again. Hello. Yep, I had changed my mind on that. Okay. So there we go. Alright, I'm going to get this butterfly down, but I think I'm going to move him over here. Yep, right there. Right there. Okay. Alright. Do I want him like that? I think I'll do him like this. And then I'll put this blue one down here like that. I think so. And it's not like it's super bright. But it's more of that vintage kind of turquoise blue. Yeah, why not? Why not? Indeed. Alright, there we are. Yay. Okay, photo is in. Huh. Cool. Sorry for the shine. And then here's the letter. I just love that letter. It's so adorable. Which way are you going? Okay. Alright, so we did that. Now I want to cover this frame. Ooh, I just got an idea in my head. Okay. These are wood, by the way. And I am going to just put it down. I've been hoarding this. It's stupid, I know. Anyway, I've been hoarding No, I'm going to give permission to throw that away. This tissue paper, because the black stripes, it's like very vintage and stuff. So I've been using it sparingly and for stuff that I really, really want to use it on. So I'm going to get my glue stick. This is what I use glue stick for. Tissue paper and napkins. A little bit here and there, but mostly for this. So I'm going to use my light so I can see that I am getting glue everywhere in the right places. Not all over everywhere else, but try not to. I have a small one, but I'm not trusting of the glue. So there you go. Trust issues. Oh my. Yeah, I have trust issues in more ways than one, believe me. Okay, almost there. And then after we cover this, I'll let you guys go, I guess. I guess if I have to. I don't want it to be too long. Alrighty. I believe I've got it all. I want to be able to get it all now because you can't do it once you get it down. If you missed a spot, you're up a creek because you can't get it brought back up if you missed a spot in the center of one of the edges. And then I'm going to sand the edges. I'm not going to cut, I'm going to sand because that's what I prefer. Okay, let me get my little tool here and put that down. And I'll just do this on the back like that. Okay. And I'm going to bring it over and just do this as well. Gluey, gluey, gluey. All right, now let's get this cut out as close as possible. I gotta see if I can find some more of this kind of tissue paper. That's pretty bad. But I think my sister sent something in this and I've been hanging on to it ever since. Use it here and there sparingly, very sparingly. Okay, let me get my sander out. I don't know if I'll need another disc. I probably will after this, so I'm not going to bother putting it on yet. I'll put it on when I'm done. Yeah, see, I have all my goodies in here. Yes. All right, let's get this sanded off. And just kind of take your time. I'll also be distressing it otherwise. There we go. Sticky fingers. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it's just a matter of sanding around and getting it the way you want it. I got to get some of the glue off of my fingers. Okay. All right. At least with this, I can get into these little areas here and get it sanded the way I want it. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, I was going to do this by myself, but I thought, no, I want to torture you guys with... Oh, I'm so mean, aren't I? Oh my goodness. Okay. Here we go. Close them in. But to me, with scissors, you can't get as close a cut as that. There's no way. There's no way. I tried, and I finally just decided, you know what, I'm sanding this off. And other ladies I've seen since then using the sanding, I don't know if, you know, it's probably always been out there. I'm not someone to develop anything. But I just figured, well, this is going to be a whole lot easier than scissors, especially with little intricate areas like that. You can't get in there with scissors or a blade. A blade you would just cut into the wood, so you don't want to do that. So we got the, ugh, bleh, get off of me. Gee whiz. Oh my goodness. Brotherly love. Whew. Okay. Do this. And let's get at least most of it out. Okay, and that. And that. Oh, I hate to throw that away. Isn't that awful? It's just awful. I'm sure you guys can commiserate with me. Okay. See, this is super easy to get in here with the sanding tool, but I do have to change my disc when I'm done. I think it's hit the final straw there. I haven't changed it in a long time. I haven't had to, because it's not every day that I use it, but it is tired. So I'm going to do that. Makes such a clean cut. Oh, I just love it. It's like this frame was already done that way, right? I mean, I love it. Okay, and yeah, I was cleaning out, like I said, I was cleaning out my scraps the other day, and I thought, oh, I got all these really neat scraps in here. What was I thinking? Okay, it actually looks like it's kind of painted on there or something, doesn't it? So cool. So cool. Okay, I'm going to do some distressing with you. How about that? Yep, I think so. So here we go. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see it? You probably can't see it like I can. Oh my goodness. What an effect is that? Look at that. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, yes. Oh, remember a while back we went to Habitat for Humanity store and I showed you these large letters and numbers that I got. They're supposed to be address numbers. They have sticky on the back. I just filed that down. Well, I started inking those with my let's see, with my alcohol inks. I just want to show you the one. Doesn't that look cool? But I'm going to go a step further, and I am going to do some heat embossing on them and see how that turns out. Yeah, I think it needs some kind of roughness and definition, and so that's what I'm going to do with those. But I'm going to have you come play with me when I do. How's that? Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This looks so cool. Let me put it on here. I don't know if you can see it. Does that look cool or what? Oh. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So I can use it like that on a page. Just kind of cock it like that. Keep the postcard, but put it on a page kind of like that. And then with other stuff around it, of course. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to do today with you guys. So, you probably got a little bit more than you bargained for, but we had fun. So today we got this letter put on the flap and this collage done. I think I'm going to ink those little babies up right there. It's easy to do right here. Oh yeah, there we go. Better, much better. There, okay. Cool. Got a little bit there. I don't care. Little schmutz. All right. Okay, guys. So that is the start of this paper bag journal. And I'm so excited about it. And I hope you guys are too. I hope you are inspired to try something like this for yourself. And I will see you on Monday. Have a nice weekend, guys. Bye.